That's where that big old dead pine tree used to be. You can see it down in there. It finally fell. That's where we used to get all the firewood. Not all of it, but a big chunk of it. And there's still wood on it. There's actually a lot of firewood. A lot of oak I dragged back from this area. I figured I'd start here because the rest of the trail up to the blue trail up to the main yellow trail is unchanged. But that's the first change. The pine tree's been there for 10 years. It's been dead for 10 years. And it is finally on the ground. Oh, there's the base of the stump. Yeah, she's a big one. Lots of nights were provided fire by that tree. Oh. Twigs that fell off of my excursion getting wood last night. Oh, there's another pile of stuff I missed. The bridge is new. The pilings are the same, they're original. There's another big pile of firewood. I'm going to get that later. The pilings are the same on the bridge, but the surface is finally new. Well, newer. You're not going to fall in probably anymore. And they put this mesh chicken wire down to aid in traction, I assume, when it's wet. Check out the water level. I think it's the lowest I've ever seen it. You can see the bottom in here. And there's a big tree down on this side that fell across the creek. So it's kind of a natural dam. If I was going to fish, I'd probably fish on this other side of the bridge that doesn't have the tree down because it's flowing nicely. Maybe fish are hanging out by the tree under the bridge. But there's lots of water flow. It's just low. I mean, I imagine it's been dry out here too. Check out the clematis vine. It's always been there, taken over this tree. Oh, and there's those white flowers in that vine in there too. There's a ton of honeybees on this thing, so I'm giving it wide berth. All of the trail where it could be overgrown, the yellow trail even up to this blue trail leading to the campsite, is overgrown as crap. If you didn't know where you were going, it'd be easy to get lost out here. Oh, there used to be an oak in here, and you can see, like, this is the remnants of it. There's some more right there. That's a dead piece of big oak limb I'm going to grab for firewood later. I'm going up the hill to the campsite, Crave Island. I had to do a little bushwhacking in here with the Golok just to be able to get through yesterday afternoon. There wasn't much evidence of people being here. Sometimes you see garbage and stuff that people who don't know leave no trace philosophy, or don't care to embrace it. Found a big 30-foot piece of paracord right here that was draped across the trail. I imagine it was left behind and fell down, so bonus. OD paracord. So this all looks pretty much the same. There's the campsite, fire ring, old piece of steel pipe, nice slice of it, the classic Florida Forest Service fire ring. The trail out the back is pretty clear. I'm not going down there. I haven't seen any evidence of tussock moth caterpillars or brown-tailed moth caterpillars. I don't see any tents and trees. I haven't seen a caterpillar, but I'm not doing any more bushwhacking than I absolutely need to. Oh, and so this is the new part of the campsite. Well, I mean, it's always been there, but the second little camping area. New picnic table. It's a much nicer picnic table, modern. It's much more comfortable. You can move it. Well, I can barely move it by myself. I picked this little spot for the tent. Sawyer on a platypus, making drinking water. So there's trees down in here too. I don't know what happened to the one when I was here, what, a year ago. There was a tree back in here. Maybe it's been, I have no idea, really. It was dead and down, and it's gone now. Maybe somebody with a saw or something used it for firewood, or Forest Service came and got it. I can't imagine they would do that. There's another tree down here, across the trail down to the water. Looks like it's been down a while. It's all covered in, it's really cool fungi. Funguses, technically. New fire ring. Different. Like a modern one. Not an old piece of steel pipe plasma cut into slices. It's even got a grill, which for our purposes is totally useless. And there's the other side of the picnic table. And lastly, the trail down to the water. This was the most bushwhacking I needed to do. You can see, I gotta clean this up. I had to do a lot of trimming just to get down here. There is a monster spider. I don't know if you can see him up there. Some of the biggest banana spiders I've seen in a long time on this trip. Luckily, none of them have been face level over the trail. Here we go. Down the stairs. Oop. Oop. Oh. And check this out. Wide open. A lot of stuff died in the last year. I see a lot of vine encroaching on trees. Not quite mature trees. And most of the time the water level is like here. This dead log has been here forever. At least 10 years since I've been coming here. And the water level usually starts right there, but it is way down there. It's got to be, I don't know, 3 feet low. Lower than normal. And it's impossible to get water where we normally do. There's grass there, and that's where we usually collect water. But I had to bushwhack over here. Normally I would be in, right now, a foot of water. And up and over. And I've been getting my water here. It's actually really deep. It's probably a couple feet deep there. It's neat that I can see the bottom. Never been able to see the bottom of this creek. But it's deep, it's flowing really well. And the water tastes fine. Not much tannin in it either. Which again is weird because it hasn't rained much out here. It's obviously been very dry. And there's a little path up there. Again, this is normally like underwater or inaccessible enough that I wouldn't try to get down here, but I'm going to walk down there later. and see where that goes. I think it just dead ends in those trees back there. It looks marshy. Maybe it isn't though. It's been dry. Anyway, that's a tour of the Grave Island campsite at Lake Wales State Forest, Arbuckle Tract. December 1st, 2019. Oh, there are leaves falling like big old snowflakes. But it's 75 degrees. Alright. Cool. See ya.